Hello and welcome to the video. My little sister ALISAIE, one of my BFFs, is taking me on a lunch date today. This is absolutely adorable. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out the Patreon down below. More about that at the end of the video. I feel like a lot of problems in Final Fantasy could be solved if we just made sure. Or burned a body. Oh, you know those evil people who could possess bodies? Of dead people? Why don't we just burn the bodies so that they can't possess them? We wouldn't have a Xenos problem then, an ALISAIE problem then. Not that I excuse myself for reading duty, whatever they contain mention of the final days or no, these books yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. No, I don't like reading books. I read enough of them in college. You can never have enough pictures of animals. The dopamine flows freely when you have animal pictures. You labor for what feels like an age and you're still a search assistant. Oh. A local MILF in my area? Thank you for the follow. Damn, in my area? Sheesh. Man, if I wasn't married. Welcome to the stream, MILF. Area? How do I even address you? MILF. I'll go with MILF. You know, I'll give you the credit. How you doing today? How'd you find the area? How'd you find my area? You know, to be in this area. That's right. The fact that they change up the quest accepted and quest complete sounds every time, it messes with my brain. Wait a minute. Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town. No, I was jamming! This is Halloween. Beautiful. Beautiful. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlie that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. If we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Thorneofroses. Might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? There is no war in Bossing Say. Okay, there's blue spots on the map I need to be on the lookout for. Some blue spots on the map. What is it? Can I head out and enjoy some private respite? If you're looking for a shared table, I respectfully request you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We're simply wondering if you knew of the Thorneofroses. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear. We're basically two random strangers that came up to this person like, no, have you heard the end of the world is happening? No. Hey, I know you're enjoying your coffee. You know the end of the world's happening, right? Wait, you're that House Levier girl, aren't you? And this man with you's obviously a foreigner. I'm racist against foreigners. Sorry, xenophobic. Not xenophobic, chat. I heard you had disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to the rumor. Thank you to leave me be. I've not to say to the likes of you. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Talael. Damn. See, that's why I love ALISAIE. Alfino would have been like, I'm sorry. Let me back away. Diplomacy. Meanwhile, ALISAIE is throwing barbs. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we're hoping you might share your thoughts on the Thorneofroses and their unconscionable plans. My goodness, this isn't young Miss Levier. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum, and if word reached me... Goodbye, John. Have a good night. My best friend was staying over and he's heading out. I just see him slowly peek his head around the corner of my door. And he's bald, so the light above was shining, so I noticed... I noticed a shiny bald head at the corner of my eye. We're sorry to have bothered you. I would say my favorite Pokemon is Machamp. Which, it's weird to have a humanoid Pokemon be your favorite, because of the art online. I'm pretty sure, like, some of the worst Pokemon to have as your favorite would be Lopunny, Gardevoir, Vaporeon, Frostlass. It's probably more, but imagine those being your favorite Pokemon. Oh no. Welcome, sir. What can I offer you today? It's you! Oh no! Wait, is that Mistress ALISAIE I see? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of The Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studium. Seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alfino had set sail for Eorzea, but then he never came back. This man's an unfortunate name. What? Dick on? What's wrong with that? Hey, if you don't like dicks on, then what's wrong with you then? Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? No, we got disowned, bro. It's complicated. I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Leveille. No matter how discreet Master Fauchenalt may have been, news of your family's doings never stay secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions, and only Charlene has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon. Master Dick on. Have you heard anything about the apocalypse called the Final Days? What? Like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this, apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help you. I love seeing, like, the anime boy hairstyle on these fully grown adults. It's always so funny. You think I'd be collecting cute anime figures, but no, I have a pinhead on the way? Horror buff over here? That's awesome, Garchomp. My mom also is a horror buff. She's read, like, every Stephen King book. She has tons of horror stuff. And when we were growing up, she would get these... Oh, God, I can't remember what they're called. They were these, it's like a series of dolls that were meant to look like horror monsters. So we would just have, like, 4 or 5 of these horrifying, like, bloody, fang teeth, clawed baby dolls all around the house. It was terrifying. Then feel to know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a servant with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation when you're setting down with food. You might just get the answers you're looking for. I don't know, if your waiter come up to you and was like, hey, have you heard of the end of the world? I guess, you know, like Y2K and the Mayan calendar, you could probably like bring that up, like, yo, did you hear the news that there's like a calendar that's going to predict the end of the world? I guess if you brought it up like that. Not a bad idea. Hate to ask it, but what do you think? That's the spirit. Pay attention now and I'll explain where each of these dishes needs to go. The tea set is for the chatted group sitting by the water's edge. The omelette is for the regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting outside the table with a friend of hers. I don't remember any of them. I'm gonna give them dishes, and if it's not what they like, oh well. Excuse me, I didn't order this. What's my tea set? I was hoping they'd be a little bit funnier than that. Oh, my tea set, lovely, thank you. So you're doing your first or second branch? First, Ryu. I've barely started Endwalker, especially because I keep talking to all y'all. My friends here are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about the ritual arcane practices of the 6th Astral Era, common or esoteric, I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Bazinga! There's a whole fucking town of Sheldons. What? The Telepiroi? Oh yes, I remember seeing a name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of the days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will these foolish fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. You made it! You did, Sky! Welcome on in! And you don't have to threaten me with a knife right away. I've done nothing. Urbane banter with a smile? What? You don't need to butter me up, you know. I've already ordered one of the most expensive things on the menu. That just triggered me like a Russian sleeper agent. Oh god. This is gonna be a wild, wild callback to early YouTube. Do any of you happen to remember a certain band called Your Favorite Martian? Made some absolutely crass songs, but literally one of the lines in Orphan Tears, he's like, I asked for the most expensive thing on the menu. She brings back a glass of liquid. I said, I asked for something different. This looks like a normal beer. She said, nah, it's Orphan Tears. I swear, like a Russian sleeper agent, it started playing in my brain as if I was like 13 again. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. It's just lobster, dude. I know lobster can get expensive, but not that expensive. The Final Days? It's the first time I've ever heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. Must be busy time to be a gleaner. A what now? You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things we haven't got here in Sharlayan. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named for the folks who trail after the reapers in the field, picking up every grain which was missed. I, by all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If those Telephoroi make good of their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before, not like this. Interesting. So they're like vultures picking things like from the battlefield and preserving them in Sharlayan. Interesting. Interesting. They seem unaware of the Final Days aside from whatever vague news the Gazettes are printing. Even Dickon has nothing to offer. He's the best source of gossip in the city. The Forum does have secret knowledge, and they've done an impressive job of ensuring not one whisper in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. We kind of just walked off with their cups.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant.
Okay, ALISAIE, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you, but the picture of you with like a cup of coffee swinging your legs off the side while talking about this, and me with my fucking thigh-high boots is just great. It's just great. The boots stay on during emotional scenes, exactly.
Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlayan? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt.
I bet they're working with a Telephoroi. I'm calling it.
And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family.
Maybe.
If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Oh, Bane, biting the hand that feeds, gets gifted a sub and then threatens to time you out. Damn, Cap, hot and cold. Hi, sweetie.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos. Yeah, me too.
A vast complex beneath the island. Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed
He's like keeping them locked up in cages or
that
something?
underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
I did, ALISAIE.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Thorneofroses prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Okay. Conspiracy theory Talael here. Y'all ready? The Forum is working... This is even better than I'm upside down, so I sound even crazier. The Forum is working with the Thorneofroses because they think that the cleansing of the world will get rid of all this violence, war, and bloodshed, and they'll restart society with their ideals at the head of non-conflict and research. Conspiracy theory Talael. Thanks for watching. The plot thickens. I am sticking by my guns and saying that Sharlayan, the Forum, is working with the Thorneofroses. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm sticking to it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out the Patreon down below. We have weekly community nights and shoutouts at the end of the video. I'd like to thank my Patreons John Best, Roro Lai, Sven Fulger, and Rosalia Streaming Network. And as always, have a lovely day.